Hi, is your partner still involved with their ex? Subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, and I'll let you know every time I post. What are you to do when you find that your partner is still attached to their ex? And this can feel extremely threatening to you, the new partner who's come along and is the step-parent. But what should you do about this? Well, the first thing is to take a look at, given your set of circumstances in the step family that you have formed and joined, what would be the ideal as far as you were concerned? Because it's very easy when you find yourself in this situation, when your mind can go into overdrive and you can catastrophize about what the relationship actually is and how it's messing you up and how you don't want it like this and you don't like that and it's not right that such and such is happening. And listen, it's absolutely normal for you to not want this relationship with the ex-partner to in any way impinge on your now relationship with your partner. Now, the question is, given that your partner is a co-parent, one needs to take a level-headed view at what you think would be an ideal or an acceptable arrangement between your partner and his or her ex. What would that be? They are going to need to associate at some level. Maybe you'll be involved too. Maybe you get on fine with the ex-partner. Maybe you don't. But what would be your ideal in this step family, given there has to be some association between you, your partner, and your partner's ex, given that you've got a stepchild? The other thing to consider is the age of your stepchild or stepchildren, because it's important to put this kind of thing into context. What is acceptable now, when the children are this age, is one thing, but what would be acceptable later, when the children are older and more adult or fully adult, would be another. So it's quite useful to think of it along a spectrum, so that your association with your partner's ex will become less as time goes on. So it's likely that your association with your partner's ex will be the most now, because this is the youngest your stepchildren will ever be. And then as they grow, what is your expectation as to how and when the relationship between your partner and his or her ex will drop away and become less significant? It's useful to get that mapped out in your head. It can seem a long way away when the children become adults, but it's still worth putting it into sort of 5-year chunks or 3-year chunks. So in 3 years' time, there'll be less connection, and 3 years after that, there'll be less connection. It's useful to have that kind of context in your head, because it can give you reassurance that this isn't going to remain the same forever. Your partner may have a relationship of sorts that survives as a result of them continuing to see their ex, as a result of them having a child, and that you're worried that they haven't actually separated from their ex and actually have quite a good time. And then you're worried that about the security of your own relationship. This can be hugely hurtful and very upsetting for you, because you had relied on your partner being separated from their ex before you and they started a relationship. So couples counselling or counselling is a good option here, to go with your partner to sort this aspect out. It is serious and is about making sure that your partner prioritises you over his or her ex-partner, certainly. We rely on our partners to be free to partner with us. And so if they're not, one needs to be looking at setting secure boundaries of what you expect and explaining those to your partner, having full and honest discussions about your concerns with your partner about this, and establishing those red lines where, if they cross the red line and have a relationship which isn't acceptable, then ultimately you need to be making a decision about your relationship. What more can I say? But keep that context in mind. This relationship that they have, co-parenting their stepchild, is going to diminish. And if you can keep yourself good in the relationship by nurturing yourself and containing the relationship they have with their ex for the duration, then perhaps you can see your way through to things getting better later. Step families are complex, they are difficult, and they are not easy. We run workshops, sessions, and email response service, and we write booklets. Look in the description box below for links to our social media and website.